How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the show called Joey Answers Your Questions, the show, the late night episode, and it's also the version of the show where we have the worst angle possible. It doesn't look too good right now. This camera angle's bizarre. Looks like I'm in an attic. No. Am I emotionally numb? Let's find out. Months ago, my best friend was diagnosed with a serious health condition. We were best friends for almost 10 years at school. Surprisingly, when I received the news, I didn't feel sad at all. It made me feel guilty and made me feel like a bad friend. I thought that I was emotionally numb and I had no emotions. A few weeks ago, I watched a movie in which a character dies. While watching that scene, I felt pretty sad and almost cried. Then I realized that I was emotional for a character who was introduced an hour ago, but not my best friend whom I knew for 10 years. It is frustrating and is making me feel guilty every day. Please help me realize what is wrong with me. Majestic fool, nothing is wrong with you. That sounds like me. That's basically you summed up my personality. I am pretty unresponsive to tragedy in real life, and I tend to internalize everything. And that's a character trait. That's something kind of learned through childhood, through your upbringing. And it's how you process things. It's how you process life in front of you. And now it might be confusing. Again, I'm not a psychologist, so this is just me doing my dude thing.
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
It might be confusing because you felt emotional and almost cried for a character who dies that you've known for an hour, and you didn't when your friend was diagnosed with something serious. But you have to understand that movies are designed to make you to pull on your heartstrings to an elevated degree. It's supposed to be a more dramatic version of real life. That's the purpose of movies. They're designed to be more emotionally compelling than real life. Every single word of dialogue in that film was probably leading up to make you feel for this character, and generate some sort of relationship with this character. And then he dies in the most dramatic way possible, and there's music behind it. There's a soundtrack, and it's poetic, and it's dramatic. It's drama. So I can relate to the fact that you cry at characters dying because I cry at characters dying. You always will find me in the cinema in a good film with a wet dribble down my cheek. You know, when Boromir dies, spoiler alert, in Lord of the Rings, I cry every time. Yet when tragedy in real life happens to me, I am stone cold. I internalize it, I cerebralize it, and I chew on that information for weeks and months and years, and I can become, anxious or depressed or passive aggressive because of this tragedy. And if you have an automatic response to tragedy that's similar, I would highly recommend going to therapy and talking with a mental health professional to help you, because you're not very good at it yourself, to help you wade through these emotions, these complex things happening in your life, so that you can come to terms with them. So I'm not a doctor. I'm just a dude, but you should go seek a doctor or a mental health professional to help you just talk about this situation. It sounds like it's probably pretty tough for you, whether you are emotionally responsive to it or not, whether you wear your heart on your sleeve or not. I think it's important that you talk to somebody about it. So that's my recommendation for you. Even just talking about it on this subreddit is a good first step, but I would encourage you to take the second step and, just talk to a therapist and realize that nothing's wrong with you. You're clearly someone who internalizes tragedy or internalizes bad things in your life, and I'm the exact same way. But it doesn't mean that you can't be proactive about it. So yeah, go talk to somebody, go talk to a mental health professional, or even just a friend if you're not ready to, sign up for therapy or something. But yeah, absolutely talk about it. Good question. Changing gears completely. I clicked on this one clearly already. The meme potential in the latest video is unbelievable. Me thinking of being productive, me actually doing something productive. Yeah, this face is questionable. I was thinking dirty things when I was making this face, and I wasn't thinking anything at all when I made this face. Okay, instead of going new, let's go top of the month, because I haven't made a video in a month. There's only 5 posts. This is so sad. The subreddit's dying. Somebody save it. So we're back at hot. I was a productive dude. Hey, in bold. So that's my first time experiencing this type of communication. I'm not really sure how should I organize my thoughts. So let's just move on to the main part of this post. I don't know what that first sentence meant at all, but let's move on to the main part of this post. I agree. In the past 2 years, there is a significant spike in my productivity and learning process. I started learning graphic design and illustrate a little bit, motion graphics, even calligraphy, all in once. I was the type of guy that wakes up at 4 a.m. to learn a new thing before school. That's pretty cool. I do the dishes and clean the house, post new stuff every day. Even sometimes I just stay the whole night learning and trying. That's really cool. Oh yeah, and here's the thing. What did go wrong? As I remember, there was a specific type of vibe once I get in my room. My old room wasn't fancy, but there's this productive vibe like I want to achieve something today. Now in my new room at this moment, I don't feel anything related to that, although it's the exact same stuff inside it. I even try to replicate my... Okay, hold on. I need to redo this. A little hard to understand, not gonna lie. Now in my new room at this moment, I don't feel anything related to that, although it's the exact same stuff inside it. I even try to replicate my old room here, but nothing has changed. I try to listen to the same music, doing the same lifestyle. Nothing seems to be working. I feel so heavy when working, and even when I finish, it's just like, thank God I finally finished, regardless of how I did perform. Blah, blah. So I'm not sure how this happened. There's some reason I can think of, but still. Yeah, dude. Well, it sounds like you're trying to replicate the times of old. You're trying to replicate your old room, your old lifestyle, your old habits, the old music that you used to listen to, and it's just not having the same motivational effect on you. And that is entirely unsurprising to me, considering the fact that you need to change things up. Usually, like if you have a specific Spotify playlist for everything you do, you're trying to like have your room be the exact same way. I think you're trying to replicate something that you have actually lost the emotional effect to. I probably said that in a very weird way, but you need to figure out what the next step in your life is and why you're being productive in the first place. And I feel like that will help you open a new chapter to your productivity, because it sounds like you're just trying to be productive like the days of old, and it's kind of aimless in that way, right? It's like you're trying to be productive for the sake of being productive because you were productive before and you're not productive now, so you need to get back to being productive. But rather than looking behind, try looking ahead and try to develop a vision of what the entire freaking point of being productive is for you and your life. You know, where do you want to be 6 months from now? Where do you want this productivity to take you, basically? Let your mind run wild. Take out a pen and paper and really just start to detail the end goal here. Not the end goal in life per se, but even just 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 1 year from now. What is the point of this productivity? And how can you encourage yourself to get there? And then you can, start a new Spotify playlist if you want. You can organize, how your room is organized doesn't really matter as long as it's clean. But I think far more important is the vision and having a strong narrative and a strong path and an aim and goals that you're genuinely motivated to accomplish, something that excites you. That's my advice to you. Stop looking in the rearview mirror. Look through the windshield. Otherwise, you're going to crash into something. The first-time creator. Does anybody have any tips for a first-time creator looking to get into creating valuable content? How to make that process into a habit? In order to make valuable content, you have to actually be excited about what you're talking about and then transmit that excitement onto other people. If you don't know what you're talking about and you're not excited about what you're talking about and it's not even particularly interesting to you, then everyone else is going to find it boring, whatever your explanation is. You need to find an angle that's really cool to you. And how to make that process into a habit? Get in the habit of reading and intaking new information so that you're constantly absorbing new stuff. And whenever you find something that is particularly interesting or cool or of note or counterintuitive, make a note. Be like, oh, that would be cool to make a video about, because that's what I do.
No way.
Usually it's something when it's like I'm reading or I'm watching a video and there's just like an interesting way of looking at something. I always circle it and try to make a video about it, because it's like, oh, that's kind of different, rather than just churning out meaningless content that everyone else is making. Yeah, I don't like this video. By the way, like this video. I need all the likes I can get, and otherwise this channel will die, and I'll be sad. I'll be very sad. Feel unproductive no matter how much I've done in the day. Hi guys. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who feels unproductive no matter what I have done and achieved the day. There are only very few and very special days where I feel good and satisfied at the end of the day. Have you gone through this? What have you done to conquer this state? I'll try to meditate / deep think about my achievements before bed while falling asleep. Thank you in advance. What did people say? Hey, I feel like that too. For me, it's a mix of everything that is happening all around, and that I'm only spending time at home. This makes everything lost its meaning. Truly, I'm putting tons of effort to get things on track again since 2020. Like going to a psychologist, setting goals outside my comfort zone, and trying to be healthy. Probably to get better on this, we need time, and we need to figure out something that is making us feel like that. Last year wasn't easy for anyone. So I think that is good to take time if possible. If is possible. Sorry, I don't want to like denigrate people's English. Clearly, English is not the first language here, and you speak English better than I speak any other language other than English. Actually, including English. One of my goals is to run a marathon, and I'm really into that and getting better at my training. So when I feel that I'm not productive, I think, okay, I'm unproductive on this now, but last month I did ran half a marathon. That makes me feel better, but sometimes it's a trap for procrastination. Yeah, some good ideas here. I'm not going to read all of them. Let me just think about this for a sec, because I feel like I have answered this in a billion other episodes, but I want to find the cool angle on it, you know? I want to say something that blows minds and changes your life forever so that you go to sleep and never wake up. I don't know what I'm saying. Brain fart. And holy smokes, I have nothing in my brain. It all left. Yeah, honestly, to answer the original post, I don't want to over-prescribe gratitude, but I'm going to prescribe you gratitude, the gratitude journal. And you're probably sick of hearing me say this, but every night before you fall asleep, you should have a little notebook next to your bed. And you pick up that notebook, even though you're really tired and you want to go to sleep, you say, I'm just going to write the 3 things down. Now I need to remember what these 3 things are. One sec.
Sometimes I gotta move the antenna, sometimes I lose the remote, and sometimes my butt itches real bad.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm done. Like, yeah. Something that you're grateful for, something that made you smile that day, and something that you did well. I made a video called Why It's So Hard to Be Happy, and I talked about how this gratitude journal really helped my mom cure her insomnia. And at the time, I was giving it a try as well, and I immediately felt the effects, like an inner peace overcome me every time I really reflected on the day and tried to find the good in the day. And when you get in the habit of reflexively looking at the positive, being optimistic, and trying to find the good in the day that you just had, you'll find that you're just able to fall asleep with more inner peace, more satisfaction, and your entire outlook towards life changes because you are focusing on the good all around you in the present moment. Not things that are in front of you, not just focusing on the goals and things you want to do with your life, but the goodness that's already inside your life. And there's a lot to be grateful for. And being grateful for those things doesn't neuter you of the desire to go after your goals. It just realizes that you don't necessarily need your goals to be happy. They're still there for you, and you're still going to want the things that you want, but it honestly makes it even more likely that you'll achieve your goals because you'll just feel so much better about the work that you're doing on a day-to-day basis when you're grateful for your life. It's like the happiness advantage. So I highly recommend the 3 things journal. Write down right before you go to sleep something that you're grateful for, something that made you smile that day, and something that you did well that day. And reflect on these things and allow yourself to feel the gratitude for these things. Let's check out some memes. This is why we're all here. We're here for the memes. Anything with a picture on it, I'm going to click. Thanks, Joey. This made my day. You keep proving your relatability, which is why I love your honest, straightforward content. I'm like the 0.01% your size. Keep being real, man. That's why we love you. Hell yeah, my man. Great work on this. Awesome message, and your camera shots are creamy AF. Austin Schrock says, I'm stoked you like it. Thank you for the kind comment and encouragement. Smiley faced. Everybody go check out Austin Schrock. He made a dope video. This is 1 month ago, so I have no idea. I can't remember what the video is about, but it was good enough that I left a comment and said that the camera shots are creamy AF. So fellow Better Ideas soldier, Joey Schweitzer shoulder. I'm not going to say anyone's a Joey Schweitzer soldier. That's so cringe. No one's a soldier for me. Ugh. What? Go check out Austin Schrock. Austin Schrock. Better Ideas. 2,128 members. r/Joey Schweitzer, 8 members. Not safe for work. What's r/Joey Schweitzer? I can't type anything in right now, so I'm just gonna have to find out later. I think I probably reserved that subreddit name, but I have no idea why it's an NSFW subreddit.
Right.
Yeah, I have no idea, guys. I don't know. I don't know what's on there. 99 100 1 2 skip a few 9900. What? What does that mean? Am I dumb? I don't know. Get wrecked. Laziness. Joey. Hell yeah. Let's go, boys.
Now, this just in, police officers in Lancaster, Pennsylvania were asking people to be on the lookout for a man who robbed a store. And I think we do have his description. Can we take that? Let's take his description.
That's pretty dumb.
Okay. This is the guy they wanted people in Pennsylvania to be out on the lookout for. He's got a nose and some hair that goes like that, and he was wearing a hat at the time of this particular crime. He's got kind of a chin that comes down to almost a point. Stands about 5 feet 4 inches tall.
5'4". Yeah, right. 5'5".
Oh, and now I'm getting word that police actually caught this guy, thanks to the sketch, no doubt. So here's a picture of the real guy next to the sketch that led to his arrest.
Where's the pointy chin?
It's uncanny, Lisa.
Thanks. Okay.
I keep thinking about this story. There's this video that kills you 7 days after you watch it.
Yikes. It's good editing.
The second it's over, the phone rings. And this voice says,
Welcome back to the show called Joey Answers Your Questions. The show.
That's good. That needs more upvotes. That needs way more upvotes. That is unreal. That's so good. Wow. That changed my life. I'm gonna go to bed a changed man. I'm gonna wake up the same person after that, though. It's a one night thing. Algorithm. Me. My video didn't get any views. Yes, very sad. Anyway, yes, it is true.
Here, I'm getting a new plate.
Everywhere I go, I see his face. Yeah, That's just not nice to look at. That's really just a very questionable image. I think we now know why it's a not safe for work subreddit. If that's in there, it's very not safe for work. Yuppers, me, my work, Joey's next video. Thanks. You know, little complimentary meme. Never hurt anybody. Thanks so much for watching the show called Joey Answers Your Questions, the show. It was fun. It's good to be back. And lots of like really interesting, questionable stuff coming in the future. I have a lot of ideas for videos, and I will make them and post them on here. See ya.